Have you ever told someone your goals and they said, "You'll never hit that. You can't do that"? Maybe they're right. Maybe you can't. Let's talk about setting goals that are realistic. That can move the needle. And that's our topic today on Purpose Under Pressure. Well, welcome back. My name is Bryan, and this is Purpose Under Pressure. It's a podcast about developing sales and leadership success on purpose and under pressure. It's brought to you by the professional sales and leadership training team at Sandler by the Ruby Group. You'll find them in Akron and in Columbus, Ohio. They're in Jacksonville, Florida. They're in Capital Region, New York. They do their work on purpose for you, for your purpose, so that your team and your organization can represent in exactly that way, so that you can hit the goals that you've set the way you want to set them, with the kinds of people that you want to reach them with, doing the things you want to be doing on purpose. You got to have a plan for that. And sometimes you need some help to develop and implement and activate that plan. That's what my friends do. And you can reach them online at therubygroup.sandler.com. The Ruby Group, master the pressure, lead with purpose, and deliver results. So let's get cooking. I want to take some of the pressure off. If you're a salesperson, you know what I mean. I want to do it right now. Sometimes we can't overcome the pressure just by being on purpose alone. The pressure's too great. Sometimes for sellers, man, everybody wants everything from us. Sometimes we want everything from us. It makes sense not to just try to overcome the pressure all the time. Let's just take it down a notch. Can we? I used to tell my boys when they'd play basketball, especially when they're at the foul line, hey, you can't make that bucket. You can't sink that shot if both hands are wrapped around your neck, right? You can't hit the putt with both hands, choking around your neck. You can't hit your goals if you're wound up so tight that you could just choke. That doesn't help. When you've got your hands wrapped around your neck, you can't do anything good. All you can do is choke. Sellers put pressure on themselves to hit bigger goals. Businesses put pressure on the sellers to hit bigger goals, sometimes outrageously bigger goals. Families, right? Families put pressure on the sellers to hit bigger goals. And why? I just don't know. We're so focused on the outcome. Why do we set our goals so high? We set them out of reach sometimes, and everyone knows it. You know it. Your boss knows it. The stockholders know it. And yet we set those numbers. We judge ourselves, or we allow ourselves to be judged by others, which is even worse, on some arbitrary number. And then when we don't do what we really didn't think we could do in the first place, then we feel bad. And then what happens? Well, our hands go around our neck the next time because we worry we're just never going to be good enough. And then, think about that foul shot. Air ball. You can't shoot when your hands are wrapped around your neck. You can't do things well when you're choking, when you're so tense that you can't get anything done. Why do we put a pressure on ourselves for these outcomes? Because the outcome, hear me, the outcome is out of my control. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. I can't make an outcome happen. I can't make the horse drink water. I can get the horse to the water. Pretty good at that. Can't make him drink. You want 20K a month? You want 20K a day? You want 20K a second? I don't care. I don't care what you want from me. It's all the same. I'm going to show up every single day. It's either going to happen or it's not. I'm going to show up. I'm going to make my calls. I'm going to do my work. I'm going to work my contact list. I'm going to work my systems. I'm going to deliver the results that I can deliver, no matter what you think I ought to be doing. Sound fair? If I show up and do my work every day, isn't that enough? So, should I set smaller goals? Maybe. What's wrong with that? And make sure they're driven by things that you can control. I'm going to do 20 push-ups a day. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's doable. I'm going to have the biceps of an Avenger someday. Maybe not. But you know what? Those 20 push-ups a day are going to add up. And who knows, maybe Tony Stark gives us a call someday. You can wish to be an Avenger, but make the goal 20 push-ups a day, right? Now, and here's the thing. You can control that goal, so you've got to do that goal. If that goal is 20 push-ups, you got to do it. do the 20 push-ups. There's no excuse there. If you don't, I didn't say you had to be an Avenger. If you don't do the push-ups, that's on you. And you're going to have no one else to blame but yourself for that. Here's another thing I think it's really important. Let's say you worked your butt off to hit those goals, and now everyone's asking you to deliver more. And if you're giving 100% now, hear me, you can't work harder. If you're given 100%, there's no such thing as 101%. There's no such thing as 120%. All of something is all of something. That's it. Maybe we think we're at 100%. And then we find another gear and maybe we get better. That's not 115%. That's a new 100%, right? I ate all the pie. Well, you ate 100% of the pie. There's no more left. I can't eat 120% of the pie. So if I left it all out there in pursuit of my goals and my boss thanks me by raising my goals, that's on him. That's not on me. I can't work harder if I'm already giving everything I've got. And like a car, I can't go at 100% forever. I'll blow. So if you set your goals to a spot that's going to require you to blow yourself up, you're not going to hit them. That's just math. I was talking with a state highway patrolman officer a while ago, and he told me a story about pulling over a guy for speeding. He was going really fast, and he said, "Why are you out here speeding? What's your hurry?" And the guy said, "Because I'm almost out of gas, and I want to make it home." Well, it doesn't work that way. You burn more gas going full throttle than you do sticking within your limits. If you're doing the best you can, then that's the best you can do. So give yourself a break. If the boss raises your number, don't stress it. You can't control it. Do what you can. Let that be enough. Don't raise your own number to something you can't control just because you think other people think you ought to be there. It's not how it works. If you set your goals too high, that's fine. But make sure you break them down into bite-sized chunks. Let those chunks be enough. Relax. Give yourself a break. Release your fingers from around your neck. Hitting your goals or not, that's not the thing. Figure out the things you can do each day that bring you success. Do those things. Do them. That's it. That daily consistency and habitual activity, that's what will define you. And maybe someday, sir, I have Tony Stark on line 3. Hey, I invited Doug Whittington of Sandler by the Ruby Group to join me in an upcoming podcast here to talk about goals. We'll do that soon. So look for that. You'll find all past episodes of Purpose Under Pressure at bryanmediastrategies.com/podcast. And wherever you stream your favorite shows, it's brought to you in partnership with Sandler by the Ruby Group. Master the pressure, lead with purpose, and deliver results. Thanks for being here. Thanks for telling a friend. And remember, no matter how high the pressure gets, stay on purpose.